Guangdong province, in southern China, is facing a severe flood that has spread from river basins to low-lying areas and even coastal towns. Guangdong is considered one of the country's greatest economic engines, home to megacities, export-oriented industries, and dense transport networks. Yet, this region carries a fragile hydrological system, shaped by the Pearl River as it flows into the South China Sea. When days of heavy rainfall fall onto already saturated ground, combined with rising tides, the ability to drain water quickly shrinks. Small streams suddenly overflow, turning once safe streets into seas of water within just a few hours. Major rivers such as the Beijiang, Xijiang, and Dongjiang converge in the Pearl River Delta, where rapid urbanization and land subsidence have increased surface runoff while reducing natural water storage. Pump stations and sluice gates are working at full capacity, yet bottlenecks remain at aging culverts and underpasses. In the mountainous counties, loosened slopes feed soil and rock into streams, blocking bridges and worsening the danger. Across the Delta Plains, floodwaters spread laterally, pooling across wide areas and making access difficult for rescue vehicles. Cities such as Guangzhou, Shenzhen, and Foshan have launched urgent measures. Urban authorities have closed flood-prone roads, redirected traffic, and erected temporary barriers at key underpasses. Metro operators have slowed trains on exposed sections and sealed ventilation shafts to prevent water from rushing into tunnels. Utility crews are working non-stop to protect substations, pump water out of cable vaults, and restore localized power outages. Emergency shelters have been opened, providing food, drinking water, sanitation kits, and charging stations. Many industrial parks across the Delta have suspended operations as a precaution. Electronics, textile, and appliance factories report delays as workers face travel difficulties and suppliers postpone deliveries. Cold chain warehouses and e-commerce hubs have rescheduled operations to protect perishable goods. Many riverfront warehouses have moved stock, forklifts, and diesel tanks to higher ground. In rural counties such as Zhaoqing, Jiangmen, and Maoming, agriculture has been hit hard. Rice fields and vegetable farms are underwater. Greenhouses have collapsed where anchor systems failed. Aquaculture ponds were inundated by sudden inflows, disrupting salinity and oxygen levels and causing widespread fish deaths. Local health clinics have urgently issued guidelines on disinfecting wells, safe water use, boiling water before drinking, and avoiding contact with stagnant pools. Veterinary teams are vaccinating livestock and handling carcass disposal to reduce the risk of disease. Environmental monitoring has been intensified. Floodwaters running through industrial zones carry oils, solvents, and construction runoff, increasing turbidity that clogs wetlands, which would normally slow the surge. Environmental agencies are sampling water at discharge outlets and drinking water intakes, especially at confluences where river currents meet tidal flows. Wastewater treatment plants have activated overflow protocols, using aeration to maintain effluent quality. Health authorities are reminding residents to heed early warnings, avoid riverbanks and underpasses, and switch off electricity at the main breaker if water enters a home. Drivers are urged never to cross moving water. In residential areas, neighborhood committees are compiling lists of vulnerable households, clearing rooftop drains, and organizing joint purchases of sandbags, sump pumps, and waterproof sleeves for utilities. In mountainous regions, geologists are inspecting new cracks, warning of temporary evacuation since where tilting trees and landslide signs appear. The economic damage is severe, but still manageable with government support. Insurance experts are documenting flooded ground floors, ruined inventory, and machinery downtime. Small businesses, the backbone of neighborhood employment, face the hardest recovery. Many operate only a single workshop or storefront, with no redundancy. The government is preparing emergency financial packages, tax deferrals, and low-interest loans to speed up repairs. Labor bureaus are arranging temporary job placements so that workers can keep income during shutdowns. Reconstruction plans focus on long-term resilience. Cities are accelerating sponge city projects designed to capture and absorb rainwater before drainage systems are overwhelmed. River authorities are updating flood maps with new topography, reinforcing embankments, and creating overflow corridors for controlled discharge. Critical facilities such as hospitals, data centers, and transit control rooms are installing watertight doors and mobile pumping systems. The floods in Guangdong are a stark reminder that economic growth must go hand in hand with community safety. With clear leadership, active citizen participation, and resilient urban design, losses can be reduced even during extreme rainfall. The lessons learned this time from government agencies to factories, farms, and neighborhoods will shape stronger standards, sturdier homes, and more reliable services for the rainy seasons ahead. Thank you for following this report and for caring about those enduring difficult days in Guangdong Province. Your concern is a source of encouragement and helps ensure that relief reaches the people who need it most.
The world changing, disasters are no longer rare, they are reality. You cannot predict the next earthquake, flood, or wildfire, but you can choose how ready you are. This channel isn't just here to inform, it's here to wake people up before it's too late. So if you're watching this now, take it as a sign. Don't just scroll, don't just watch, subscribe, learn, and prepare. Because awareness isn't fear, it's power.